up? I got Naskin here with me. This ain't a diss song, but yeah, you know what it is. I'm a cheesehead, y'all niggas cheese whiz. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's nothing. That Super Bowl ring, that's nothing. Pull up in your town when you.
I remember when we talked to you back, I don't know if it was the spring or the start of camp, about Tanya, but you said you obviously didn't see much, but what you saw left you intrigued. Now that you've seen him for a month here, how's that development going? I mean, you still have that same intrigue. So.
I've been pleased with Bobby's development, not only in the passing game, but in the run game, the pass protection world. Like, it's starting to come clear to him the expectation of a tight end in this system, and I think he's done well, and he's stacking days. Each and every day you start to see him develop, more so in the run game just because it was newer to him, and he's starting to develop more technique instead of just the effort part. He's always had the effort part, it was just the technique and tying it all together.
He was obviously very raw last year for obvious reasons. Is he a legit tight end, you think, now? I mean, I realize there's probably still room to grow here for him, but I mean, does he look like an honest-to-God tight end now? Yeah,
he's an NFL tight end. That's the reason he's on this roster, and he's going to be a guy that, he's going to keep learning as he goes. And even guys like a guy like Mercedes and a guy like Jimmy, they're always trying to be the best at their position. They're always trying to learn each day, and Bobby's going to be that guy also. And you're never going to make it. You're never going to say I made it, just because there's always something to work on. And I think he's developed a really good foundation so far this camp.
Bill talked about how raw Bobby was last year. When you went back and watched the film, and he had one really good play, obviously, in Seattle, but otherwise it was a learning year for him. Did you see this when you went back and watched the coach from last year?
Like I said before, it was very minimal. And then when you did see him put his face on somebody, it was noodle, and you could tell. So when it comes down to blocking and it comes down to being in the trenches, it's going to take some time, and it's going to take some trust and a lot of reps. And if you don't have trust, you don't have a lot of reps, then you're putting a guy in a bad situation. And I think this camp has really given him the op to put it all together.
Where obviously injuries are part of this, but when Jace was drafted, Goody came in here and said there are things. I mean, he's in terms of blocking, some of this stuff he'll be behind as a rookie. To miss this time, how much does it kind of send him back to a degree? Not just the practice time. Obviously, he probably would have played a bunch too. So, kind of where is he at? I guess in terms of the.
Yeah, when you're injured, you're losing the physical aspect of it, not only in the conditioning part, but just the repetition and getting your technique down. But mentally is the big gap. Anybody that comes from college to the NFL, that's going to be the huge gap. And then, Jace has been, putting in the work, outside the lines as far as, staying in his book, asking questions, watching video. So, to say that he's missing all this time, mentally I think he's keeping up with everyone else, but the physical aspect, obviously, when he gets back, is going to have to rev up.
Early on, Matt had said how important the tight end would be in this offense, obviously in the run game as well and the action stuff. Aside from Mercedes, I mean, you could go down the line and guys who have, even Jimmy, for as long as he's been here, we know why he's paid. So how have you seen those guys buy into the run game, buy into the action stuff to get out and make sure that works?
I think they see like the big picture of this offense, what we're trying to accomplish, and in order to be a guy that's going to play a lot of reps, you're going to have to put in the work, not only in the pass game, but you're going to have to put just as much work in the run game and the protection world, because it all ties into this offense. So I think they've really, really bought into it. It's not above them by any means. The more indie we get, the better we're going to be. But there's been a wide acceptance in that room, and it's very encouraging to see.
I guess conversely, though, they'll be the first progression and kind of that first guy maybe quarterback looks to. So to build off that, how have you seen, especially Jimmy, kind of another offense that he's got to learn, adjust to that and play off the run game, I guess, as much as you guys do? Yeah,
it's for those guys that have been in this league for that long, that side of it isn't new to it. I know Jimmy was in this system in Seattle way back when, so he had an idea of, what to expect coming into it. And, in the world of the run game, tying in with the pass game, those windows and those opportunities open up tremendously for the tight ends and the running backs. So they know that if it looks like a run, sounds like a run, there could be a possibility of an explosive pass. So they know that at the end of the day, they're going to have to be unselfish when it comes to, the blocking part of it. And I think that's what's been encouraging, is just to see them buy into it all and ask questions and watch more video and be really professional about it.
Not asking about Jimmy's injury, but is there enough familiarity in the scheme, everything that you're asking him to do, that, can he just kind of hit the ground running whenever he gets back? Even if it's week 1 for Chicago, is he good enough now, and what you've been teaching him that?
I think Jimmy's going to pick up where he left off. I have no doubts in my mind that he'll do fine when he comes back.